METASCRIPT defined. History does not write itself, nor is it authored by God or the universe. History is a human construct, produced, curated, and staged. The world stage model, framed within the political horseshoe, shows how events unfold not as random accidents, but as parts of a script. Across decades, there is a continuity suggestive of common authorship, threads connecting wars, crises, assassinations, cultural shifts, and viral narratives. This authorship is not limited to official history books. It is embedded in mainstream psyops, psychological influence operations, and news cycles engineered to blur the line between the fake and the real. The stage and fake events are accompanied by scenes, themes, movies, and characters in the popular movies and video games concurrently, creating the appearance of frequent eerie coincidences, leading many truth-seekers to think they live in a video game or a simulation. The control over our daily news, which is to say the day-to-day history, exerted by the meta-scripters, results in a worldview monopoly. Like a monotheistic religion, this monolithic version of events is our common frame of reference, no matter our individual points of view within its confines. We inhabit a shared reality dominated by contrived events, where society consumes scripted history as though it were natural, organic truth. That script, perpetually enacted across platforms, channels, and propaganda conduits, the METASCRIPT has become our de facto Bible, just as mass media has come to supplant religion and has taken the role of state church. It provides our myths, our shared backstory, our Old Testament. It provides explanations for where we are now and where we will go into the future, including eschatological disasters and dystopian warnings, serving as our New Testament, but renamed as the News Testament. History is indeed his story, but not the feminist cliché. Who is he? Not the patriarchy, but Big Brother. History is the version of events, the story as told by the conquerors. The off-world stage begins with a fundamentally distinct perspective. It recognizes that history itself is scripted and demands active vetting of events. Unlike the world stage perspective, the off-world stage perspective acknowledges the possibility of simulated news where nobody is harmed. It views world stage events with an understanding of a psyop entertainment complex, which uses psychological operations that fuse religion, theater, and politics. The METASCRIPT fuses of news and entertainment. Life appears to imitate Netflix with such regularity that mainstream media is forced to take note of what they term eerie coincidences. The recognition that entertainment programming fusion with news programming is fundamental to METASCRIPT deconstruction. This includes the recognition that lifetime actors, figures such as President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, are essentially walking psyops, acting out roles in a predetermined script. The voluminous predictive programming preparing the masses for the emergence of these characters is well documented. From 1958's trackdown episode End of the World, predicting a conman named Trump who promised to build a wall to save a village from a cosmic disaster, a charlatan later arrested, to the Back to the Future franchise in which the villain Biff Tannen was based on him, we have been well conditioned for his emergence on the world stage as a politician. Similarly, Elon Musk seemingly walked out of the pages of Project Mars, a technical tale by Werner von Braun, in which the government of Mars consisted of 10 men. At its head was a governor elected by the general population for 5 years at a time, whom the Martians called the Elon. Predictive and concurrent programming in movies, on television, in video games, and any other popular entertainment medium purposefully mirror-staged world events, as empirical research consistently reveals. The world stage is a mental architecture and fictional universe. The play within the theater of Psywar is scripted around a perpetual tug-of-war between left and right, encompassing mainstream media and MSM+ ideologies. This has become our one-world religion. Traditional religion has been syncretically merged with science fiction and is now delivered through advanced media rather than dusty old scriptures. The myths of this religion are presented as historical happenings via psychological operations in which simulated fake events are performed for television cameras. This new iteration of religion includes the atom bomb as a god construct, climate change as a modern flood myth, aliens as angels, space as a new heaven. With the pandemic, the archaic construct of sin has been reintroduced, a tool for the new priesthood to regulate the private behavior of every individual. Salvation is dependent on adherence to the new church's doctrines, creating a division between the saved and the unsaved, with the mainstream media adherences having the moral high ground over the alternative thinkers, the conspiracists, who reject the mainstream. Not only are the unsaved considered a physical health threat to the public, but their heretical doctrines are publicly denounced and censored. Modern society lives under a worldview monopoly sustained by a script, the METASCRIPT, a state, Big Brother, a psyop entertainment complex, the machinery of staged history. Together, they perform historically significant events for the purpose of mass programming. If you find this subject interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe to hear the rest of the series, the IPS Deprogam, a skeptic's guide to the theater of Psywar and IPS production.